Moist.
Jason, how dare you?
Start the show, Cam.
Okay, moist actually used to be a selling point. Duncan Hines, remember that?
How to give your family the moistest cake ever.
The moistiest?
I remember Duncan Hines are crispy, chewy.
Crispy, chewy.
Crispy, chewy. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Okay, I've had enough. Welcome back to Entertainment Dudes. We have an amazing show for you today. Our guests are tremendously talented, and you may have even seen one of them before many, many times. I'll give you a clue to who it is.
I gotta go with LeBron on this one. McNuggets are the best. I was wrong one other time, and this ain't that time. What? It's my baby calling, says I need you here. She sends a cable coming in from above. I don't need a bullet.
Keep the good vibes of a great road trip going with a fully updated Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you.
Dave, this is bordering on inconsiderate.
Yep. Tastes just like us. It's really good. Mangoes are great. Turns out it's mostly water, and water doesn't get out all the stains.
So we switch back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Kind of like our quiet time. Sorry, folks, we're all out of snow crab.
America's commercial actor Scott Parkin is with us. Miranda Parkin is with us, and they have a brand new animation that they're working on. It's called the Comet Casino. Scott, how did you become America's commercial actor? What?
Oh, God, give me a minute.
I'm doing over 500 commercials, but it's rare that I see them all lined up like that.
I think you make a really attractive mango, especially. That's amazing.
You already have the complexion and the skin and everything down. So was there any makeup in that?
For the guy from the guy with the gayest 70 mustache I've ever seen, you got a lot of nerve talking about. Also, maybe get the shadow off the side of your face. I thought you were in the witness.
It's dirt. It's dirt. It's dirt.
I prepared for today's show, Scott. I knew I was going to have a little shot of something, so I always keep my little, a shot for improv glass.
I actually
Look, the hat.
Close to here, I have my first commercial demo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no way.
Wow. So you were on cassette and not 8-track.
It says regular guy.
You were on cassette, not 8-track.
Quick, simple, and effective. Right?
Yes, natural.
And so, Miranda, you do voiceover as well. You're a very accomplished artist. And basically, I see all kinds of creative content from you online. And it seems to me that no matter what you try to do, you excel at it greatly. So,
no, that's not true.
Is that a blessing or a curse?
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, she's working more in voiceover than I am lately. But she's got Taco Bell and she's dubbing for Jeff Howell. She works in voiceover more than I do currently. So
I do video games too.
Yeah.
Video games.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I've always tried to. I think that's probably the one thing that I focused on the most was to try and be adaptable and try as many new styles as I possibly can because it's so much fun. Like,
yeah,
experimental with my styles is always just a total blast. And I can't, like on my page, you'll see one that's like anime style and then next is Disney and next is like a horror movie. Because I was like, man, like I want to just be able to draw what I want, from my brain. It's a lot of self-indulgence. It's purely for selfish reasons.
I don't like when someone goes, I really like her style. And I'm like,
which one?
Which one?
Yeah.
I think Miranda's going to have an EGOT one day.
You know what an EGOT is?
No. Oh, an EGOT. Stupid.
I think she's going to get all the awards just lined up everywhere.
So. I don't think you can keep an egret in Los Angeles. They're a beautiful bird, but I don't think you should harness them like that.
And some giant egret.
EGOTs. You can't keep that EGOT here. Sorry.
Run free.
That's what I say.
So guys, tell us about what your new project is, Comet Casino, and there seems to be a lot of amazing people attached to this project, and you got some new news about it as well.
I love that it's when I heard the word new, and I'm like, we've been on this for 2 years. Literally, I don't know anything I've done for 2 years other than drink by myself. But it's 2 years in the making, and the new part is that it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And the first part was at Surfer Jack Studios. We hired them to build the first animatic. That's where the Swampy and Bernie Patterson, who did Johnny Bravo, and
Swampy is the co-creator of Phineas and Ferb.
Right. So we hired them to do the first animatic, which is really rudimentary, single line stuff.
Mostly, it was mostly the staging. So I actually worked with Bernie Patterson.
Wait. Then the object was to get Miranda to go in and sit over someone's shoulder and watch them so they could learn how to do it. But Swampy fucked that up. He hired her 3 months before we even started on the pilot. So he hired her for small.
I was the entire small projects division at Surfer Jack.
So when we started the Comet there, Miranda got to work on specific parts of it.
So what happened? What I did was I completed the scenes that I wanted to complete. Because I thought that I could handle them better, like the ones between two characters or three characters, because I was still kind of learning Storyboard Pro. And Bernie, who is an incredible artist and a veteran artist and storyboards everything, he did the staging, and he did the more complex dialogue scenes between 3 or 4 characters, as you will see.
In the 90-second
clip.
Teaser.
Well, actually, no, I don't think that they.
They will see the APA.
Well,
no, I'm talking about the multiple characters.
Let's watch that now so people know what we're talking about.
So real quick, let's all go to the lobby. That's what I used to call that animation.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go
to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
In this clip, there is an old-timey flashback, and Miranda had to explain to me that is
UPA style.
UPA style, because from 1940 to 1974, there was
United Productions Animation,
and they did everybody. That's why all those films, the sun is important to all of us. Let's go. The bee kisses the morning sun. Nuclear power is your friend.
Right.
Everybody has his own special dream of what the world's going to be like in the future.
The wonders of asbestos.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Why you should eat lead.
Yeah. This is before danger. Come on, I'll show you how it works.
Try the new lead. This is before danger was invented.
Every helper laced with lead.
The modern way to carve demands lead.
Our new lead-based pencils will guarantee to give you the best results.
Great. Come on, I'll show you how it works. So all of that, so there is that style in the little flashback. Miranda's a master at that and got to do it. She did some fan art for Severance in that style, and all of the cast reposted the UPA style stuff that she did. So she loves that. So that's what she wanted to do, and she got to do that. And it's part of this clip.
Attention passengers, we will be landing shortly on Looperith Omari. Please return to your seats. If you've morphed during the flight, please regenerate and buckle up, okay? And remember, as long as you look like you're gambling, they gotta keep bringing you drinks. Good luck.
Looperith Omari. Everybody knows it as the Loop, the #1 adult playground in the galaxy, and the armpit of the fucking universe. Everyone is thrilled when they get here and broke and disillusioned when they leave. That's just after a weekend. I spent the first 18 years of my life here.
On the Loop, after high school, you pretty much have 3 choices: bartending school, dealer school, or alcoholic gambler. I wanted something more, so I went to law school on the nearest planet. After graduation, I took a really good job as a defense attorney. It's difficult and none of it comes easy, but it's somewhere else, and that's all that matters. So, what am I doing back here? My dad, owner of the formerly luxurious Comet Casino, passed away. How? He just stopped breathing. well, a guy was choking him to death, which on the loop is considered natural causes. The loop is 100 miles of casinos, clubs, and general debauchery crammed into a thin band of oxygen. Everything else is toxic. My dad used to drop off associates in the desert when it was time for them to die of natural causes.
It's brilliant. I love that.
Die of natural causes.
Yeah. Have you ever died of natural causes before?
Not so far.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. Actually, damn close. The opening is the amazing Gray DeLisle-Griffin, and she also plays Sib, the nanny robot that raised Harper, our lead character. But she just nailed that in like one or two takes. We were like, got it in one. It was like, can we hear you do that again just for fun? A year ago was when we recorded this over a year ago. It was just, you're in sessions with legends. But that line, as long as you look like you're gambling, they have to keep bringing you drinks. I said to my buddy Ed when we were in a casino in Tahoe, I was like, I don't have a lot of more money, but as long as I look like I'm gambling, they have to keep bringing me drinks.
Just keep bringing them.
Where did you even decide you wanted to do this together? Like, do you work together on everything, or how did that come about?
No, we work together on a lot of stuff. Like, we've always written ideas for pilot. Miranda will come up with a character, and we've written a couple things. One was called My Panicky Friend, about a kid with anxiety. I don't know where we got the idea. And then we had Jules Rules, which was a ghost placement service, which is now something that's on CBS and doing quite well. And then we had Witcher's Wharf, and some of them, Miranda likes to work and is intense about it. And if you don't get it together and going soon, they're on to the next thing. So a lot of those were, hopefully we get back to developing them. But the original idea was from her.
So, essentially, the first idea that I had was an agent who worked at Area 51 got teleported into space and gets confirmed that aliens are real. But she has to work off the debt that she's accrued in a space casino.
You're teleported to a casino in space.
Right. And she was from Earth, and gets captured by an alien in a basement, and he gives her his identity card chip, injected into her thing, and he's stolen a lot of money from the casino, and he pops her up there, and she has to work off all that debt that he has accrued and get back to Earth. So
after that, it went to mom, daughter story, and then we brought Ed Yeager on board, who's a veteran television writer, started on Roseanne, Dharma and Greg, Last Man Standing, and wrote Gary Unmarried, the show about my life as a single dating dad. The person that played Miranda in that show on CBS is Catherine Newton, who is Paul Rudd's daughter in the new Ant-Man, so she's doing okay.
Yeah, she's doing
Not too bad.
Yeah. He immediately killed the mom because we don't know anything about a mom and daughter relationship. And
I do, but it's not great.
It's not a comedy.
It's not it's not.
So, he put together our idea of a found family sort of a thing.
I love found family dynamics, and I know a lot of my friends do. As a queer artist, there's a lot of people in my kind of social circle that have either not a great relationship with their parents, or their parents don't accept them, or they find family in other places. And I found that has become an increasingly popular stereotype in media, is to have a found family, and I just love that dynamic. It's great because anyone, even if you do have a good relationship with your parents, you can relate to it. You can have coworkers, you can have friends that you just love to spend time with and feel like they're your family, and everyone can relate to it no matter their relationship with their parents. So
yeah, I think that's interesting I was talking to my wife about that, about friends choose to be with you by choice. Family, you're kind of we're family, but your friends 10 years later, I'm Cam, you're still my friend. Like,
I
why?
know.
Well, let's not go crazy. I still work together. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, there you go.
And the other thing was, my old man took us to. He was a stockbroker, and they knew a maitre d' up in Tahoe, so we got to go to see Glenn Campbell and Vicki Lawrence when I was 7. And we went up on a Wednesday night, and he gave the guy $100, and they brought us down. And on the way into the casino, I recognized the guy greeting us because he had just fought. Like, it was Jerry Quarry, but he had just gotten his dick handed to him on national television. Muhammad Ali. Can I say that? Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll bleep it later.
And he was greeting people at the casino, and I went, "Hey, that's the guy from such and such. What is he doing there?" And my dad said, "Well, sometimes after they've passed their prime, if they've worked and brought people into the casino, the owner will hire them and give them a job. That's simple." So that's kind of at our casino. Sleeper is a former MMA AI fighter, played by Dee Bradley Baker.
Oh, man.
He's head of security. Wings McAllister is a former singer who got his throat stepped on by a loan shark. That's Billy West, and he's now in charge of booking the big room at the Comet and a couple of the lounges. And then Hendricks and Vale are a former comedy team, and that's Gary Anthony Williams and Maurice LaMarche. And now they work food and beverage at the casino. So
all of these characters you don't know yet, but
wow.
You will. Yeah, no, you will.
So essentially, the idea of the found family, I was like, okay, we take the employees of the casino and we have them interacting with Harper, who's the main character.
Because they raised Harper.
They pretty much raised her because her dad, her dad was never really there for her as a kid. So you'll come to find out that they kind of have this push and pull.
It's not a spoiler to say the dad was a
horrible
dad and wasn't there at all.
I mean, throwing the dead guys outside, it was obviously.
Yeah, that was,
it's sort
character flaw.
It's sort of Arrested Development meets Sopranos meets The Jetsons. This is something we're very excited about. If I can I talk about this for a second?
Oh, yeah. Right? Go ahead.
So we built, because we're nerds, we're voiceover and comic book nerds. We built a graphic novel and a comic book.
Yes.
It has not only the entire script. Can you hold that up? Not only the entire script, let go of that side, and all the original character art.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It also has stuff from the animatic, character bios.
That's so cool.
And concept art.
Wow.
The newest part is some of the concept art, the Hawaii land, the man-eating slot machine. The Keiths, that's an episode pitch that they were designed, they were cloned, and that they got over cloned and broke out, and now they annoy people across the galaxy with their so we have these printed up for the pitch. We have a new agency, we'll talk about that in a second, but we printed up, they're very expensive, they're 21 pages, and they screwed up. The printer screwed up. And it's not a big screw up, but it's one of those things that'll probably be
it'll be worth money.
Like a misprinted stamp, because as you can see, it says Comet Casino, and it's supposed to say concept art. It says concept art down there, upside down.
What the?
Like the upside down plane on the stamp. Yeah.
So here's what we're doing, and that's has all that for you to get people to sign. If you can get. This cast is literally the A-list of casts, and you can have them sign this at any con that you see. So what we're doing, they were very expensive, so we're not going to make much money, but we didn't want to ding the printer too hard. So we got 50 of misprints, or I'm sorry, we have 40 misprints. So we only have 40 of these. So we're going to put them up on the shop for $20. And anybody that wants it, we'll send you a couple. We'll send
link below.
Yeah, we'll put that link in the description.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Great.
Yeah, but we only have 40 of these, and that's it. They're not going to be printed anymore.
They're never going to be printed anymore.
And I guarantee you, if you get every cast, and Miranda's going to sign each of these, the artist, I'll sign it just because I'm a voice actor on it. No one gives a crap about the Tide guy. But this artist is going to be quite famous, and this artist,
you broke her drawing arm.
Well, Miranda as an artist, I mean, come on, huh?
Right?
Yes.
Look at this.
So that was one of my. This is the way I talk, dude. It's not gonna fucking get. So that shirt was the shirt that launched a T-shirt career from the USS Callister Emmy Award-winning Black Mirror. So the next year, I'm gonna cut this down really quickly. All of the cast, the creator, Charlie Brooker, she was able to give Jimmy Simpson,
Kristen
Milioti, and Charlie Space Fleet shirt, right? So the next year at a Netflix event, Townsend Coleman took Miranda. It was the coolest thing ever because Jimmy Simpson took her around the whole thing and made sure every cast member had a shirt. So
that's awesome.
All the people, and then people from London who were members of the crew. So 63 members of the Space Fleet community that worked on the show got shirts. So the next year, we're at a Netflix thing for Bandersnatch, and I'm wearing Miranda's Bandersnatch shirt, which is a phenomenal episode.
But it's also a completely different shirt than the Space Fleet shirt.
Yeah, it's a Bandersnatch shirt.
Right.
Otherwise, it would be a Space Fleet shirt. God, dude.
Totally different style.
Irrelevant. None of that matters. Nobody cares. So we see this thing where in the front row is phenomenal. Will Poulter.
Yeah.
So nice, so cool. So I stand up and I have Charlie goes, I like that shirt. And I said, thank you. This is the same artist that did your Space Fleet shirt. He goes, that's my favorite fucking shirt. And sat and talked with us for about 30 minutes and was just the nicest in the world. So the shirts opened so many doors. And I said, dude, if you don't do a sequel to the USS Callister, so we actually had a pitch for an idea of what happens when he, Jesse Plemons escapes there and comes, and he goes, that's good. I'm not allowed to say, but I'm not saying no. So we think there's going to be a sequel.
I hope so in the next
season. I hope so.
I think it would be so stupid not to because it's such a great episode. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So great. So the cast, some of the names that you have mentioned, I mean, stellar icons in the voiceover industry. How did this all come together? How did you get everybody on board?
Yeah, Billy West, right? You said Ren and Stimpy?
So full cast, we have Gray Griffin, Tara Strong, Billy West, Gary Anthony Williams, Maurice LaMarche, Dee Bradley Baker, Mindy Sterling, and Laraine Newman.
Wow.
So when I start...
Can I talk for a little bit?
I don't think you should.
I can do it.
All right.
I can do it. So being at DPN, because my dad has been at DPN for years and years and years and years.
First of all, started at ICM is where I met all of those people in that part. She doesn't even know because she was not even born yet. So I started at ICM 24 years ago and met Billy, Maurice, Mindy, and all those people at ICM. Then they took the Rolodex and split off and became DPN.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to be divorced when Miranda was 2.5. So I had a toddler in tow at DP. They knew her from ICM because I bring her to work anyway. But now I legally have to do my 50%. So Miranda was with me a lot more at DPN.
Right. So I was with him a lot more at DPN, just kind of hanging out in the lobby. And I, kind of backtracking a little bit. I did do some voiceover when I was 5 and 6. I did some commercials for SeaWorld and the like. And then I almost got a really big role of Lucy in a direct-to-DVD Peanuts movie. And my mom was like,
wow.
Do that. I'm not going to take you to the callback. And I was like, okay, great. Awesome. Love it. So
thanks for the support.
I know, right? So from then to when I was like around 16, I wasn't doing voiceover, but I was going in with my dad to DPN's office and hanging out in the lobby, watching Scooby-Doo in the break room. All the while, all this incredible talent was just hanging out around me, and I would just talk to them because they were just my dad's work friends, and I had no idea that they voiced my favorite cartoons.
Wow.
And then as I got older, I was like, oh, shit. Like, this is, so you did, yeah? Okay. So
let me pop in real quick. for a while, they would just watch her because I'd have to go, hey, can you watch my kid? I have to go. And Billy West would always like, okay, what, where does this come from? Because I was a single dad and didn't know how the hell to do it. So I always had pens, paper, and stuff. Like, here, please be okay. It's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Just draw something. So early on, when she was 7, Tara Strong showed something she had done to Butch Hartman for A Fairly Odd Parents. And he was like, this is fantastic. And I was like, thank you so much, Tara. And she goes, are you kidding me? She's going to fucking hire all of one day. So all of them, and Maurice especially, and all of them sort of watched what she was becoming artistically and voiceover wise, because she has perfect pitch and can pick up accents and can spit back characters. And then she started to make the connection. So when we started to develop the characters, it was like, okay, this character will be Dee Bradley Baker. And then she would draw the character for Dee. So when we came up with evil Aunt Maisie,
I was like, this has to be Tara Strong.
Right.
Like,
so this is what I'm going to design for Tara. Who knows what's going to happen when it sells? We have no idea. They may go, screw you, we're buying this outright and we don't want you guys involved. You know what I mean? We have no idea. We have no control over those hoping to keep that cast. But all those people said the same thing when I asked them. I said, Miranda and I are doing a thing. And they were like, yep, whatever it is. Tara's like, I'm in, whatever it is, I don't care. All of them said, are you kidding? Absolutely. So because of them, we're going to get listened to, and the thing is going to be heard. And we are hoping we have the creative control or input on who we get to do the final thing. It would be the dreamiest of dreamy.
But I mean, regardless, it was still just an honor to I didn't even know we were directing them, and we didn't know how to even direct them because they're legends. And you're just like,
and we never directed our own pilot before. So
so you're like, what do I even say to them? Like, please do it differently.
It was so interesting watching each one's different process. Dee Bradley Baker wants to know everything about the guy, all of where did he come from, and he developed this phenomenal AI voice that also has personality and is just perfect for delivering punchlines. Gray Delisle was like, let me go, and she just laid it out. And
then she did a bunch of different voices and kind of chipped away at it, and it was really interesting to see everyone's process because our processes are so different. My dad has this, very specific way that he does commercials and commercial reads. I have a specific way that I do video games, and it's like, it's all different. But I feel like coming from a voiceover background, it was incredibly helpful to be able to direct these people, and even more fun to animate them. Holy crap. I had a blast. It was awesome.
Hey, Townsend Coleman told me to say hi to you and congratulations.
Hi, Townie.
He said, tell them I love them and I miss them.
Townsend was the one that got Miranda in with the Space Fleece shirts into the Netflix event.
He's awesome. He's
great.
That guy. He's amazing.
He is
he's a brilliant
best.
Dude.
I
Brilliant
love
dude.
him.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, we're in the middle of a podcast. Can you fuck off?
That's our showrunner.
That's our showrunner.
Hashtag F off Ed.
I haven't heard a joke like that in some time.
Oh my God.
So good. This has been another episode of Entertainment
Dudes.
What an exciting lesson. I think you know what, that was kind of rude of us. Let's we just want to say thanks for being on the show. You were great.
Such a great blah blah blah.
Yeah, it is a great blah blah blah. If you want to know more blah 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 blah, you're gonna want to stay tuned next week because we're gonna have the second part.
We're gonna have more blah blah blah.
Yes, and you're gonna blah 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 this for the rest of your life. And if you miss this blah, you're really gonna blah.
You're blawed.
Put the end credit up here. Let's go.
The end credit. Okay, let's put
it on here.
Where is it? There we go.
Yeah.
And also blah out these other blahs to your left. or you can like and blah to our channel.
Right, and if you go to blah, you'll find the rest of our merch, and it's on
All right,
blah,
and
blah,
also
blah,
check out the
.com.
blah below,
Don't miss
and
it.
leave your blahs on the blah section.
That's very blasé, Cam.
Blasé.